Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about memes because I do think memes are set to outperform Bitcoin towards the end of the year. And one of the main memes I'm going to be talking about, as you guys can tell from this title, is Pudgy Penguins, because it has put on some monstrous moves in the past few days, kind of signaling to the market that this is going to be a leader in the next couple of months. Currently valued at 925 million. It was just valued at about 500. Let's go to market cap and check this out. It was valued about 600 million only 5 days ago. That's insanity. So we're going to be paying attention to that. But first, we got to take a look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin does rule the altcoin market. And over the past couple of days, I did short Bitcoin, and altcoins took a little bit of a hit, not too much. I noticed some strength. I even tweeted out yesterday. Alts are showing strength versus Bitcoin at the moment, and I'm not sure why. So I'm going to talk about their structures, because some of them have broken and they're trying to reclaim structures to make higher highs. But as of right now, it's not quite solid. And as you can see, Bitcoin has retraced to 108,000, possibly pushing up to 109 to get the liquidity above here, as people are shorting and hiding their stops above this area. So are the shorts safe? Probably not. We're going to probably hunt them and then maybe move down. If we can break above this line right here and hold above it for the next few days and start making moves towards the upside, we actually have a chance of clearing this all-time high at $111,000. Now, I want to take a look at Pengu, because Pengu has been making some monstrous moves. I think they've had some news released recently about a game being released. For those not aware, right there, you can see it is about to drop a mobile game called Pudgy Party. They say the gameplay looks fun and it looks like Mario Party. So they've also got an NFT. They have two NFTs. They have Little Pudgies and the Pudgy Penguins, and they just crushed it with the NFTs. I think each one goes for around $40,000 currently. So I don't see a reason why Pengu as a meme coin wouldn't do well in a meme coin cycle. So if we take a look at the chart real quick, you can see over the past couple of days we've actually moved up about 80% with this ugly wick towards the upside, to be expected as we try to track these all-time highs and crack above them. Not quite successful. I'm actually looking for an entry. I haven't gotten an entry for this yet, but if we can get a pullback to about 1.4, I'll be looking to purchase some Pengu actually if we make it to 1.4. I think there's going to be awesome moves happening towards the upside, possibly going towards the likes of what PEPE has done earlier in 2024, reaching about $8 billion market cap. So right now we're about 9. I do think we can hit between the ranges of 8 to 10 billion for Pengu. The structure looks solid. Even with the war FUD that came out, we didn't really retrace that hard. We actually held the pump. If we pull up the fibs, we can see that we made a retracement to about the 618 with a little volatility below it, almost touching the 786. So structure has been intact and looking good. We still need to set some kind of structure for this break, because right now, yes, we do have a trend line break showing us that the trend over here is over towards the downside, and now we're starting something new. But we haven't put on too much structure because this move happened just a couple of days ago, and we could possibly be consolidating sideways before we move to the upside. But I do think Bitcoin is going to correct, and if Bitcoin does correct the downside, then we might see a deeper pullback. If it doesn't and it keeps pushing, then I think the consolidation and move up is what we're going to see next. But this is a coin I really want to see. We've got the Ichimoku clouds pointing towards the upside, showing us where support is going to be. And over here, we're still turning red. So you can see right here, we're about to cross green, and Ichimoku is going to turn to support. So this area right here is going to be a value area for us if we do happen to dip here. It's not a huge dip. It's about 20%. Meme coins tend to have a lot of volatility. I mean, right there, you can see about a 30% dip. There's another 30% dip. So 30% dips are not out of the ordinary. You can see that if we dip 30%, it takes us to about 0.1, almost retracing the entire move. So if we get that, that'll be lucky. I'm not sure if we will, yet to be seen, but definitely look out for Pudgy Penguins at around these levels right there. You can see within the Ichimoku cloud, give it a variance of about 7. And these are going to be ultimate buy areas going into the end of the year as we push up and try to break all-time high. There's a prophecy called fill the wick, and fill the wick essentially means we're going to go all the way to the top of the wick, which gives us at least a move of 380%, which is amazing. It can happen really quick as well, but this has got a lot of moves to recover towards the upside. Now, the next coin I want to take a look at, and I want you guys to memorize the structure right here, okay, before I move on. Let's look at this structure real quick. We had all-time highs here. It released, and then we went all the way down, and now it's began recovering. I want to show you a different coin called Cats, and it's a BNB chain. I've talked about it before. I'm still interested in this coin. It's right there, and you guys can see it's been making moves as well. But the structure of what I just talked about, how it has similar structure to Pengu, where you got the move towards the upside and then the move down. This is kind of the same structure Pengu has been showing, but we haven't had that massive move up yet. So this could be lagging. I do think cats are going to have their time in the sun. If we look at dog themed coins over here, they're valued at about 35 billion. And then if we search for cat themed coins, you'll see it's valued at about 2 billion. So there's a repricing going to happen here with cat coins valued at only 2 billion. And most of this stuff, guys, happens at the end of the cycle. Doge only started running up at the end of the cycle. If we go back in history and we'll search when the bull market ended back in 2021, actually, let's go ahead and do that real quick. So the 2021 bull market ended around November. And when did we spike last time? We spiked in May 1st, and then we had another pump in. So it kind of copied the Bitcoin pattern, except it didn't go for all-time highs. It was a bit weaker than Bitcoin because Bitcoin had the initial pump up to, I think it was around 69,000, and then this one went up to 71, something like that. I can't remember exactly. But if you take a look at the Bitcoin chart, if we pull it up, you guys will see what I'm talking about. It just, Doge wasn't able to surpass what it had done previously. So let's go take a look at the chart over here. We had the initial pump, and that's when Doge hit all-time highs, and then we had the other pump that took out the high. But on Doge, you can clearly see it did not take out the high. So that's kind of what I'm expecting, is that we will see all these cat coins push up at the same time towards the end of the cycle, the very end of the cycle. And we can see here that Bitcoin topped around April 14, 21. And then we have the top here, I think 1 month later in May. So there might be a 1 month lag as the altcoins catch up to the Bitcoin sentiment and the euphoria we'll be seeing in the market soon. So like I said, there's a huge repricing happening on cat coins, which is why I am bullish on the cat coin on BNB chain. I do think Ethereum is going to push up by the end of the year, and when we see that happen, I think there's going to be a massive repricing on all cat coins, not just this one, but this is one of the ones that are going to pump the hardest, along with PopCat. I mean, PopCat looks great right now. This is another coin you guys want to pay attention to, along with other bunch of cat coins. I mean, we can go ahead and take a look at all the cat coins available here. If we just go to categories and then we go to cat themed, we'll be able to check all the cats. Mog, I think, is going to be another coin that pumps hard. We got Toshi on base chain. We got Aura. There's Simon's Cat. Hosiko is going to pump up a lot. Definitely key on base. So you can see the different market caps here and your different risk tolerances for other people. So yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of cat coins, and I don't think all of them are going to pump, but I think the main ones. So you got Mog, like I said, PopCat, Simon's Cat, Hosiko, Michi. I don't know. It's a kind of questionable. I think that's going to be a tough one. So yeah, I mean, just take your pick of what cat coin you want. Mine is going to be obviously this one, because I think the BNB Cabal is going to be pumping this extremely hard. It's also very widely known within the crypto community, and once cat coins start moving, there's no doubt in my mind that Simon's Cat is going to also start pumping to ridiculous numbers, also taking out all-time highs, which were at about $700 million. So I think we'll be taking this out, which is insane amount of gains towards the upside. You can see that's about 800% right there. I do think we have potential to take that out as well. So I don't think we're quite ready yet. We could be, but if we can get a pullback to about 6.6, I'd be loading up some more. I do think we have great potential with this buy area down here. This would have been optimal right there, but that was during the war fears. I didn't grab some. I only grabbed some as soon as we broke this trend. And now I'm simply holding my cat coins, waiting for the right time to come, which might take about 5 to 6 months when the market tops. So these are the main two coins I'm holding. Of course, honorable mention is PopCat and Mog. I think PopCat's going to be performing extremely well. I do love the structure of this coin. We still have work to do towards the upside. We just need Bitcoin to start moving before these cat coins can actually start breaking towards the upside. Because right now, I just don't think they have the strength they need to actually break towards the upside. I think we might roll over one more time, take us to these lows right here at about 2.2. But if we do start breaking up this trend line, pay attention, because things could change really fast. But until Bitcoin can break past this trend line, I think we're in for some red candles towards the downside. But if we pop up and hold up, then things change. Obviously, you always have to have scenarios in mind of what could happen. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure you load up on the right memes, because in the next 5 to 6 months, I think things can get extremely wild.